My mother lived in my house, and I thought she took my husband's heart. This is a hard thing to say. It is a hard story to tell, but I want to tell you the truth. My name is Grace. I am 28 years old. I live in a nice house with a big garden. I live with my husband. His name is Mark. Mark is a good man. He is tall and has a kind smile. He works from home. He is a writer. I work in an office in the city. I leave early in the morning. I come home late in the evening. Our life was simple. Our life was quiet. We were happy. But then everything changed. One day, my mother called me. Her name is Alina. She is 50 years old. But she does not look 50. She looks young. She has long hair and a bright smile. She is full of energy. She is very beautiful. Sometimes people think we are sisters. Grace, she said on the phone, I have a problem. My house is too expensive. I cannot live here anymore. I feel very lonely. Can I come and live with you? I love my mother. She raised me alone. My father left when I was a baby. My mother worked hard for me. She gave me everything. So I said yes. Of course, Mom, I said. Come to our house. We have a guest room. You can stay as long as you want. I was happy. I thought it would be nice. I thought we would have fun. I told Mark. My mother is coming to live with us, I said. Mark smiled. That is great, he said. She is a nice woman. We will have a big family now. Mark is very kind. He likes to help people. He did not know my mother very well. They only met at our wedding. They met on holidays, but they were not close. My mother arrived on a Sunday. She brought 2 big suitcases. She brought flowers for the kitchen. She hugged me tight. Thank you, Grace, she said. I am so happy to be here. She hugged Mark too. It is good to see you, Mark, she said. Welcome home, Alina, Mark said. The first week was good. My mother cooked dinner for us. The house was clean. When I came home from work, the house smelled like fresh bread. It smelled like soup. It felt warm. This is nice, I thought. Life is easier now. But then things started to change. I worked very hard at my office. I was tired every day. My boss was angry often. I had a lot of stress. When I came home, I just wanted to sleep. I wanted to sit on the sofa and be quiet. But my mother and Mark were not quiet. They were happy. They were always talking. Mark works from home. My mother was at home all day. They spent a lot of time together. They had breakfast together. They had lunch together. They drank coffee in the garden. I missed all of this. I was at work. One evening, I came home at 7 o'clock. I was very tired. My feet hurt. I walked into the kitchen. Mark and my mother were cooking. They were making pasta. There was flour on the table. There was flour on Mark's nose. They were laughing. They were laughing very loud. Stop, Alina, Mark said. He was laughing so hard his face was red. No, you are doing it wrong, my mother said. She was laughing too. She touched his arm. She showed him how to cut the vegetables. They did not hear me come in. I stood at the door. I watched them. They looked so happy. They looked like best friends. For a moment, I felt cold. I felt a strange feeling in my stomach. It was jealousy. "Hello," I said loudly. They stopped laughing. They looked at me. "Oh, Grace," Mark said, "you are home. Look at this mess. We are making dinner. It is very funny. Your mom is a great teacher." "Hello, darling," my mother said. "How was work?" "Work was hard," I said. My voice was low. "I am tired." "Sit down," Mark said. "Dinner is almost ready. We made your favorite sauce." I sat down, but I did not feel happy. I felt lonely. They had a fun day. I had a bad day. They had inside jokes. I did not understand the jokes. At dinner, they talked a lot. "Do you remember the story about the dog, Alina?" Mark asked. "Yes, that was so funny," my mother said. They laughed again. I ate my pasta. It was delicious, but it tasted bitter in my mouth. "What dog?" I asked. "Oh, we saw a dog in the park today," Mark said. "We went for a walk at lunch. The dog stole a ball from a child. It was very funny." "You went for a walk?" I asked. "Yes," my mother said. "The weather was beautiful. Mark needed a break from writing. So we walked to the park." I looked at Mark. He usually did not take breaks. He worked very hard. "That is nice," I said. "I am glad you had fun." But I was not glad. I felt left out. Weeks passed. The feeling grew stronger. My mother and Mark became very close. They did everything together. They went to the market. They watched movies in the afternoon. They planted new flowers in the garden. One Saturday, I wanted to go shopping with Mark. "Mark," I said, "let's go to the mall today. I need new shoes." "I am sorry, Grace," Mark said. "I promised Alina I would help her fix the shelf in her room. Maybe next time." "Oh," I said, "okay, I can go alone." "You are strong," Mark said. "You can do it. Next week, we will go together." I went to the mall alone. I saw couples holding hands. I saw families. I felt sad. Why was my husband with my mother? Why was he not with me? I started to think bad thoughts. My mother is beautiful. She is fun. She is not tired like me. She laughs a lot. Mark likes happy people. Mark likes laughter. Does he like her more than me? I thought. Does he love her? It was a crazy thought. She is my mother. He is my husband. It is wrong. It is impossible. But the thought stayed in my head. I started to watch them closely. I watched how they looked at each other. Mark looked at her with bright eyes. He listened to every word she said. He never looked at his phone when she talked. When I talked, sometimes he looked at his phone. My mother touched him often. She touched his shoulder. She patted his back. She fixed his hair. "You have messy hair, Mark," she would say. And she would fix it. Mark did not move away. He smiled. "Thank you, Alina." I wanted to scream. He is my husband. Do not touch his hair. But I said nothing. I did not want to be mean. I did not want to be a bad daughter. I did not want to be a jealous wife. One night, I could not sleep. I went downstairs to get water. It was late. It was midnight. I saw a light in the living room. I heard voices. They were whispering. I walked quietly. I stood near the door. Mark and my mother were sitting on the sofa. They were sitting very close. The TV was off. They were just talking. "Thank you for listening to me, Mark," my mother said. Her voice was soft. "Any time, Alina," Mark said. "I am here for you. You are important to me." "You are a special man," my mother said. "Grace is lucky." "I am the lucky one," Mark said. My heart beat very fast. What were they talking about? Why were they awake at midnight? Why did he say he was lucky? Did he mean he was lucky to have her? I went back to bed. I did not drink water. I cried into my pillow. I felt like I lost my husband. I felt like my mother took his heart. The next day, I was angry. I did not talk much at breakfast. "Are you okay, Grace?" Mark asked. "I am fine," I said. "I am just tired." "You work too hard," my mother said. "You should rest." "I have to work," I snapped. "Someone has to pay the bills." The room went quiet. My mother looked sad. Mark looked surprised. "I am sorry," I said. "I am just stressed." I left for work, but I could not focus. I sat at my desk. I looked at the computer, but I saw Mark and my mother. I saw them laughing. I saw them sitting close. "I need to know," I told myself. "I need to know what is happening." 3 days later, I made a plan. I told Mark I had a long meeting. I told him I would be home late. "Don't worry," Mark said. "Alina and I will make dinner. Take your time." "Okay," I said. But I did not have a meeting. I left work early. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I wanted to catch them. I wanted to see what they did when I was not there. I drove home. My hands were shaking on the steering wheel. I was scared. What if I saw something bad? What if they were kissing? What if they were in love? "Be brave, Grace," I told myself. "You need the truth." I parked my car down the street. I did not want them to hear the car. I walked to the house. The sun was hot. I felt cold. I opened the front door very quietly. The house was silent. I walked into the hall. I heard a sound from the living room. It was laughter, but it was not loud laughter. It was soft, happy laughter. "Oh, stop it," my mother said. "It is true," Mark said. "You look beautiful." My heart stopped. I felt a pain in my chest. He told her she was beautiful. He never told me I was beautiful anymore. Not like that. I walked to the living room door. It was slightly open. I pushed it. I saw them. They were on the sofa. My mother was holding a dress. It was a blue dress. She held it up to her body. Mark was holding a camera. He was taking a picture of her. "You look amazing, Alina," Mark said. "Really? You look like a movie star." My mother smiled. She looked shy. "I am too old for this dress, Mark." "No, you are not," Mark said. He put the camera down. He took her hands. He held both of her hands. "You are beautiful inside and out," Mark said. You deserve to be happy. I could not stop myself. I pushed the door open. It hit the wall with a loud bang. What is going on? I shouted. Mark and my mother jumped. They looked at me. They looked shocked. Grace, Mark said, you are home early. Yes, I cried. I am home early. And I see you. I see you holding hands. I hear you. You say she is beautiful. You say she is special. I was crying now. The tears ran down my face. I could not stop them. Grace, wait, my mother said. She stood up. She dropped the blue dress. No, I shouted. Do not talk to me. You are my mother. How could you do this? You live in my house. You take my husband's time. You take his attention. And now you take his heart. I looked at Mark. And you love her. I see it. You laugh with her. You walk with her. You talk to her at midnight. Do you want to be with her? Do you want to leave me? The room was very quiet. My shouting echoed in the room. Mark looked at me. His eyes were wide. He looked sad. He did not look guilty. He looked sad for me. He walked to me slowly. Grace, he said softly, please listen. I don't want to listen, I said, but I did not move. Grace, look at the table, Mark said. I looked at the coffee table. There were many papers. There were photos. There were old letters. What is this? I asked. Sit down, Grace, my mother said gently. Please. I sat on the chair. I wiped my face. I was shaking. Mark sat next to me. He took my hand. I wanted to pull away, but his hand was warm. Grace, Mark said, I do not love Alina like that. She is your mother. She is like my mother too. I looked at him. What do you mean? Mark took a deep breath. You know, I grew up without a mother, he said. My mother died when I was 2 years old. I never knew what it was like to have a mom. I never had anyone to bake cookies with. I never had anyone to teach me how to cook. I never had anyone to ask about life. He looked at my mother. My mother was smiling, but she had tears in her eyes. When Alina came here, Mark said, I felt something new. I felt a mother's love. She treats me like a son. She listens to me. She teaches me. We laugh because she tells me stories about you when you were little. She tells me how much she loves you. I looked at my mother. Is this true? Yes, Grace, my mother said. Mark loves you so much. Every day he talks about you, he says. Grace works so hard. I want to make her happy. Grace is so smart. Grace is so kind. But the secrets, I asked. The whispering at midnight. Mark smiled a small smile. That was about you, Grace. May. Yes, Mark said. We were planning a surprise. Next week is our anniversary. Did you forget? I gasped. I did forget. I was so busy with work. I was so busy being jealous. I forgot our anniversary. We wanted to make a big party for you, my mother said. Mark wanted to buy you a special gift. We were looking at old photos to make a video for you. Mark wanted to know everything about your life before he met you. I looked at the table again. I saw the photos. There was a photo of me when I was 5. There was a photo of me at graduation. And the blue dress, I asked. Why did you say she was beautiful? My mother laughed a little. Mark bought this dress for me. He said, Elena, you are going to the party too. You need to look nice. I told him I am old and ugly. He was trying to make me feel confident. She was crying because she misses her old house, Mark said. She felt like a burden. I was telling her she is family. I was telling her she is beautiful, so she would wear the dress to your party. I felt very small. I felt very stupid. I looked at Mark. He was not cheating. He was being a good son-in-law. He was being a good husband. He was loving my mother because she was part of me. And he was letting her love him because he missed having a mother. I looked at my mother. She was not stealing my husband. She was helping him love me better. She was finding a son. I am so sorry, I whispered. I covered my face with my hands. I was so jealous. I was so scared. Mark put his arm around me. It is okay, Grace. It is okay to be scared. But you must trust me. I thought you liked her more than me because she is fun, I said. I am always tired. I am boring. You are not boring, Mark said firmly. You are hardworking. You are building our future. I admire you. Elena helps me at home so I can have more time for you when you are not working. But we missed you. I missed you too, I said. My mother came over to us. She knelt down in front of me. She took my other hand. Grace, she said, I love you. You are my daughter. I would never hurt you. I love Mark because he makes you happy. And I love him because he is a good man. But you are my heart. You and Mark are my family. We sat there for a long time. The three of us. I cried, but they were good tears now. Mark explained everything else. The day at the park, he said. We were looking for a venue for the party. The time we fixed the shelf, he added. I was asking her what ring size you wear. I wanted to buy you a new ring. Every moment I was jealous. They were doing something for me. Or they were building a family bond that I should be happy about. I realized something important that day. Love is not a cup of water. If you drink some, there is less for others. No, love is like a fire. If you add more wood, the fire gets bigger. It gets warmer. Mark loving my mother did not mean he loved me less. It meant he had a bigger heart. My mother loving Mark did not mean she forgot me. It meant our family was stronger. I was stupid, I said. No, my mother said. You were human. It is hard to see people having fun without you. We should have included you more. We thought we were helping by letting you rest. But we made you feel lonely. We are sorry too. We will change, Mark said. No more secrets. Not even for parties. I laughed. It felt good to laugh. Okay, I said. No more secrets. That evening, we cooked dinner together. All three of us. I stood in the middle. Mark was on my right. My mother was on my left. We made the pasta sauce. I cut the vegetables. Mark boiled the water. My mother told jokes. Do you remember the dog in the park? My mother asked. Tell me, I said. I want to hear the story. They told me the story. We all laughed. I did not feel bitter. I felt sweet. The food tasted delicious. Later that night, my mother went to her room. Mark and I went to our room. The house was quiet, but it was a peaceful quiet. Mark looked at me. "I love you, Grace," he said. "Only you are my wife." "I love you, Mark," I said. "Thank you for loving my mother. Thank you for giving her a home. And thank you for giving her a son." Mark smiled. "She is a great mom. I am glad she is here." I lay in bed. I thought about the title of my story in my head. My mom lived in my house and took my husband's heart. It was true. She did take a piece of his heart, but she did not steal it from me. She took the empty spot where his mother used to be. She filled a hole in his heart, and because his heart was full, he could love me even more. Life is not always easy. We get tired. We get jealous. We get scared. But if we talk, if we trust, we can find the truth. The truth was simple. My house was full of love. I just needed to open my eyes to see it. Now, on weekends, we all go out together. Sometimes, I stay home and sleep, and they go for a walk. I do not worry. I know they will come back. I know they are talking about me. I know they are my family. And the blue dress, my mother wore it to our anniversary party. She looked beautiful, but Mark looked at me all night. "You are the most beautiful woman in the world," he told me. And I believed him. So this is my lesson for you. Do not let jealousy trick you. Do not let fear hide the love in your life. Talk to your family. Ask questions. And remember, love can grow. There is enough love for everyone. My mother lives in my house. She shares my husband's laughter. And I am the happiest woman in the world. Thank you for listening to my story. I am Grace, and I hope you find happiness in your home too. You can do it. Trust your heart. Trust your family. Keep going. Life is beautiful.